Welcome back to Defense News Weekly. I'm Andrea Scott. We start this week with news from around the military. First up, Alabama Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville this week dropped his nearly 10-month hold on hundreds of senior military promotions amid mounting pressure from congressional colleagues. Both Democratic and Republican representatives had called Tuberville's blockade a danger to national security after he unilaterally held up advancement of top military officials over the Pentagon's abortion policy. For more on this story, we go to Military Times' Leo Shane on Capitol Hill.
The Senate this week moved ahead with 422 military nominations that had been stalled for almost 10 months because of the ongoing protests by Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama. He's been protesting the Defense Department's abortion access policy, which allows troops to travel across state lines to get abortion services and to get travel stipends and time off if they need that. Now, he's been saying that's an illegal policy. He had blocked nearly every senior military nomination since February because of his concerns about that. But this week he said his protest is over, that he believes he made his point, even if the policy hasn't been changed. Senate Democrats have called the move a publicity stunt, and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has said that he's relieved that this is over and he hopes that everyone learns the lessons they can from this failed protest.
In regards to Tuberville, finally lifting his unnecessary and harmful holds on our nation's military officials, I'm happy that we can finally move forward and give these men and women the promotions they deserve. I plan to move these promotions as soon as possible. I hope no one does this again. And I hope they learn the lesson of Senator Tuberville. And that is, he held out for many, many months, hurt our national security, caused discombobulation to so many military families who've been so dedicated to our country, and didn't get anything that he wanted.
Now, the 422 folks who were approved this week will be getting into their new leadership posts in the next few days and the next few weeks. Defense Department has said that while everything is active right now, it may take some time to move these folks around, given the large amount of people involved. There are still 23 senior military officers who haven't been approved, who are still subject to holds in the Senate. It's unclear what's going to happen with them in the next few days and the next few weeks. The Senate can force some of those votes through, maybe move them even before the end of the year. But for now, everyone's breathing a sigh of relief that most of these folks are moving ahead, that the military families affected can move ahead with their lives, and that the military can get back to normal operations for the first time in 10 months. For Military Times, I'm Leo Shane.
It would be fair to say that, as much as anyone, Army Sergeant Masael Hay has shot to the top. In November, Hay became the first ever female active duty Army sniper, after completing the force's rigorous qualification course. Following a childhood practicing with firearms on her family's ranches in Oregon and California, Hay joined the Army and found a talent for sharpshooting. She said, quote, "A close friend of mine told me I'd never make it in the Army, and there's no way I could become a sniper. But now that I look back at it, I really do appreciate the motivation." Hay completed sniper school on November 3rd to make history and become the Army's first active duty woman sniper. In eye-catching news from weapons systems development, drone maker Anduril Industries unveiled a new reusable drone called the Roadrunner. The small unmanned munition is rocket-powered and able to carry a range of munitions for different mission sets. But if it isn't required to take out a target, it can land and be reused. Though Anduril took the wrapper off the Roadrunner to the public recently, company officials said it's been in development for 2 years and is headed into low-rate production for a U.S. customer. Who is that customer? Anduril wouldn't say, but we'll keep an eye out for news as it develops. And in more development news, the Pentagon's Chief Technology Officer said the U.S. plans to start joint testing hypersonic systems with Australia as soon as 2024. Heidi Shyu, Undersecretary of Defense for Research and Engineering, told reporters December 2nd at the Reagan National Defense Forum that the countries have been deepening their partnership on hypersonics over the past year. Advancement of hypersonic tech is one of the pillars of a joint agreement with the U.S., United Kingdom, and Australia, known as AUKUS. Other areas of collaboration include nuclear submarine development, and quantum computing. The US and Australia have a history of working together on high-level military projects and have gotten closer as the Pentagon looks to counter potential threats from China in the Pacific.